Hey, Lily, you have a good start, but I do want to talk about a few things. The first thing I want to bring up is tone. Your very first sentence, it leaves it with a really um, kind of a negative tone where you got to think about your audience. You're going to be turning your audience off. So let's think about softening that up, though. And I know it's more difficult because you're choosing or you're writing about a topic and you don't feel this way about the subject. So I do understand that. So let me help you. Um, it's a little bit unclear as exactly what your thesis is and what you're going to be arguing. Your A, B, and C are clear. The gender wage gap exists because of women's choices, such as women are less likely to ask. Your A is they're less likely to ask for a raise. They're choosing lower paying jobs, and women are choosing to take off work. So what exactly is it that you're arguing that the wage gap is doesn't exist? If that is what you're arguing for this paper, then you could word it as, some people, a lot of people argue that there is a gender wage gap in the United States. However, this is just not true. While there used to be a gender wage gap, that is no longer the case. However, if that's not what you're saying, because your A, B, and your C are basically saying there is a wage gap, but the wage gap is because they don't ask for a raise, they're choosing lower paying jobs, and they're choosing to take off work. So you need to make sure that your thesis statement and your map are saying the same thing. So also so you need to make sure that are you going, because if you're going to say there's not a gender gap, then what you have, it does not support that. If you're going to be arguing that there's a wage gap and it's there for a reason, and it's justifiably there, that might be the route you want to go. Saying, a lot of people think that the gender wage gap is a negative thing. However, it's there for a reason, and it's justifiable that we have a wage gap in the United States. The reason behind this are A, B, and C. You might want to reconsider what your A, B, and C are, because you're saying women are choosing lower paying jobs, but if you're talking about a wage gap, that you're talking about a woman getting paid less than a man in the same job. So you might want to put some thought into that. So you might have, the reasons that there's a gender wage gap. Think about three concrete reasons that could be justifiable that there's a wage gap. Such as you said, women are choosing to take off work. I would be more concrete and saying, women take off for maternity leave, therefore miss more work than men. You could even say maybe, and the women are the one who usually take off work to take care of the children at home, and then come up with another reason. So make sure that you have three concrete reasons and a very concrete thesis statement. I know this is hard. Don't get frustrated, because you really are doing a good job. So if you have any questions or concerns, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you further.